And if I never make it, then at least I left to go try. At least I left to go try. At least I left to go try. At least I left to go try.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Luis Revelo Jr. back at you with another video. It is November 16th, Wednesday, 4:30 a.m. Actually, it's about 5 now. We're doing a little quick stop today though. I gotta go to the bank real quick, deposit some feria, you know what I'm saying? Deposit that money, then we're gonna head to the gym. So hope you guys have been enjoying these motivational videos, these morning workout videos. Hope you guys are staying on the grind. Hope you guys are staying committed to your goals. We don't miss out here. We don't miss. We don't quit. We don't stop. We don't set ourselves back. So you know what I'm saying? We out here proving it every single day, proving it to ourselves, proving it to you guys. Like I said, you want to change your life, you got to change your habits. I'm about to deposit this money and then I'm going to go hit this leg workout. I'll keep this for emergencies. By the way, I always keep a $2 bill. I heard it was good luck. So, I mean, I don't really believe in luck, but it's just something you grow up with when you're a little kid. So, I've always kept a $2 bill with me, no matter what. And then I always keep at least $100 cash on me. Just because if you always have $100 in your wallet, you won't feel broke. You know, the point is, like, you can never say you're broke because you have $100 in your pocket. So I don't spend this money. I just keep it, just a visual reminder that I'm not broke. I have more than enough and it could be much worse. So it's just a little mental reminder, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know how to do it again, right? Oh, yeah. I keep the word of God on the side of me. So fly, they confide in me. Plenty stacks, pockets plenty fat, so the Jezebels wanna try with me. Legendary, quite possibly. They can't compete, so they copy me. 2020 was a robbery. Actually, was that 7 or 8? I think it was 7. Do one more, just in case. When in doubt, do one more. The reason why it's kind of hard for me to squat is because my upper chest and shoulder area, I think I have an impingement in my shoulder because when I get under the bar, I immediately start to feel like a tight, like a slight pain in the back of my shoulder. And then I think it might be my rotator cuff, I'm not sure. But I should probably go check it out at the doctor. It's been like that for years. I've never really done anything about it. Or it might be I'm just grabbing it too closely, like the grip. Maybe a little bit wider might help. Easy one. Easy work. So, you guys know that I've been working on, high reps and consistency, right? But now that I'm going back to my old style of training, I'm focusing on progress, making progress on the compound lift. So today, for the first time in probably like 3 or 4 years, maxing out on my squat. For compound lifts, I'm doing 10, 8, 6, 4. So I'm starting off with a medium weight, and then I just progress highly because I don't really know how strong I am because I haven't done this in a while. So right now, I'm just kind of doing 1 rep maxes and seeing what's like my top end, so that way I can gauge my leg workout from here moving forward. So ideally, you want to do this fresh, but because I don't want to skip leg day, I did my regular workout. Now I'm gonna max out, and then we'll see how we go from there. But you know, it's all about progress, and I feel like this makes it more fun to come to training. It's hard to progress when you're doing like 25 reps, but yeah. So let's see how far we go. Easy work. It's going up. Let's go.
I spit the truth, so I know that you feeling me. My light shines bright when I'm in the vicinity. God gave me strength, so I know there's no quitting me. I thank the Lord and I pray for humility. I came to show what the gospel did for me. No one can match my God-given ability. Yeah, I'm just a tool with the proper utilities. Pray for the enemies. Satan keeps sending me. I'm gonna prosper, cause I'm fundamentally so supplementary. They need to make me a few documentaries. Yeah.
Alright guys, so if you notice, I don't want you to get it confused. I'm doing straight, stiff-legged deadlifts. So these are mainly for your hamstrings and your glutes, versus this is not a Romanian deadlift. This is not a regular deadlift or a sumo deadlift where you're using your whole body. Where you're using more quads and more glutes and a little bit of hamstrings. This is a stiff-legged deadlift, meaning trying to keep the legs as straight as possible with a slight bend in the knee, because you don't want to hyperextend your knee inwards. So that's why I have a slight bend, but I'm not doing a traditional deadlift. So don't get it confused when you're watching the video and being like, oh, you're not deadlifting correctly. Listen, I am. I've been working out since I was 14 years old. This is a stiff-legged deadlift. It's focused on the hamstrings, all right? So here's the difference. When you come up for a regular deadlift, you want to sit like you're sitting in a chair, right? So you come up, you got your stance shoulder width apart. You sit down. You can either go double overhand or, you know, overhand under. And this is for explosiveness. So you sit down as much as you can. Sorry. Sit down, and then you explode up, and then you sit back down. You want to pretend kind of like you're sitting on a chair, kind of like a squat. A stiff-legged deadlift, when you lift, you're trying to keep your legs as straight as possible. Right now I'm just lifting it up, but when you go down, you want to go down slowly. Bend your knees as little as possible until the bar touches the ground, and you lift up. But the whole time you want to keep your back straight, and you don't want to hyperextend your knees, so that's why you have a slight bend in the knee. But that's more of a hamstring exercise versus a regular deadlift is more full body explosiveness.
You know how to do it again, right? I keep the word of God on the side of me. So fly, they confide in me. Plenty stacks pockets plenty fat, so the Jezebels won't try with me. Legendary, quite possibly. They can't compete, so they copy me. 2020 was a robbery. Taking over might probably. No cap, just honesty. No lack, just profiting. Sick with it, I spit different. I've been more blessed than I ought to be. Breaking bread so constantly. Staying fed's my policy. Been in
Listen, guys. See how on that last set, I was kind of rushing through the reps because I just wanted to get it over with because it burns. But that's when you need to take it slow, let it burn, feel that pain, go through it, push through it. That's what's gonna build that mental toughness in you. When you can endure pain, when you can endure suffering and just kind of stay cool. A lot of times people will do what I did subconsciously. You try to rush through it because you don't want to feel that pain, but that's how you build the muscle. You gotta let the muscle feel the burn, feel that weight on the muscle. Go slowly, intentionally, work on your form, and you will see you will reap the rewards, you know?
Staying fed's my policy. Been indebted cause my gift's embedded, so it's all work and no frolicking. I talk about God, and they talk negativity. I spit the truth, so I know that you feeling me. My light shines bright when I'm in the vicinity. God gave me strength, so I know there's no...
All right, guys, just got done with our leg workout. Got a killer leg workout. I know I'm gonna feel this one tomorrow because my legs are hurting right now, but all right, now that we've been interrupted multiple times by the car alarm, it brings me into the topic of today's video, adversity. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, like, who you are during hard times is who you are at your core. So if you're the type of person that hides and shells up, you know, runs away when things get tough. They say fatigue makes cowards of men. In other words, when you're tired, when you're broken, when you have like nothing left to give, how you respond in that moment is who you truly are at your core. And there's nothing that you can do to hide that, because that is who you truly are. You cannot lie to yourself and you cannot lie to other people in moments of true adversity. The truth comes out. Over the course of my lifetime, man, I've experienced so much adversity. I've experienced so many things that happened in my life that a lot of people in my situation would do something drastic, like take their own life. I've been on the verge of bankruptcy many times throughout my 10-year running SoCal, you know, and every single time I've always faced it head on and I've always found a way through it. Every single time that I barely had enough money to cover my payroll, somehow, some way, I made it happen. Somehow, some way, I found a way to get the money. Somehow, some way, I paid my bills. Like, I never folded until this year. This has been the toughest year I've ever had business-wise. Never in my life have I ever made so many stupid mistakes. It all comes from the fact that I got comfortable. It all stems from the fact that I got complacent, lazy, and comfortable. Because if I wouldn't have gotten lazy, if I wouldn't have, you know, overlooked certain details, I wouldn't have been in the mess that I got myself into. I've made so many mistakes, but I've learned from every single one of them. But this year, really, I'm talking about like to my core, tested my soul, tested my spirit, tested my faith, tested my relationship. Like it put me through the ringer. I'm not the type of person to tell people when I'm going through something. Like I mentioned before, I keep everything in. Like I don't let people know when things are going wrong. When you're a leader in a company, when you're a leader in a position, people look to you for strength. People look to you for hope. People look to you for guidance. So if I start panicking and making drastic decisions and start firing people and making certain moves, like my employees are gonna panic, people are gonna panic. It doesn't do anything for me to panic in that situation. At the end of the day, what was done, and my only focus at the time was, how can I fix it? How can I fix this mess? How can I get out of it? What do I gotta change so that this doesn't happen ever again? And so I just started making moves, but I won't lie. Throughout the entire last decade of my life, there have been many times where I wanted to quit, where I faced adversity and I just wanted to walk away for good from my music, from the business. There's been many times in my life where I've wanted to quit. But in those moments where I felt like I had no hope, in those moments where I felt like I had nothing left to give, where I was empty, this year especially, I chose to face it face to face. I chose to stay committed to the plan. I chose to keep working. I chose to keep showing up to the gym every single day. I chose to keep putting out content. I chose to keep hustling up work. I made several decisions that proved who I am as a person. And that's somebody that never quits. That's somebody that never breaks, no matter how bad the situation, no matter what's going on in my life. I have faith in God. God knows what he's doing. God is in control, and I will never break because I trust in him. And everything that's happening in my life is just a learning lesson. I needed to go through this because I had gotten comfortable. I needed to go through this because I needed to learn my lesson that at any moment, God can take all of this away from you. And I had gotten to a point where I was very arrogant and prideful because I had been making so much money since I was 19 years old. You guys don't understand. I've been making $1 million a year in my business since I was 19. Okay, so for a 19-year-old to make that kind of money at such a young age, you become arrogant, you become prideful, and you think that you're on top of the world. And I'm here to tell you guys, I don't even want to talk about this, but I'm talking to you about it because God put it on my heart, and he wants me to be honest and open and just be real with you guys. And that's the fact. Thank God that throughout the last couple of years, I've been working on myself, building my relationship with God, building my faith in God, building my trust, just working on myself to prepare me for these hard times. And I know many of you are going through hard times. Many of you are experiencing hardship right now, living check to check, going through all of these different situations. And I'm here to tell you that you will make it through as long as you never give up. You will make it through as long as you remain faithful, keep your faith in God. Hard times usually make people turn away from God. When hard times usually make people get angry with God. But I didn't get angry with God because I knew I was in the situation because of my own doing. I was in that situation because of my own mistakes, my own lack of work ethic, my own complacency. So I didn't blame God when things went bad. Matter of fact, I clinged on to him for dear life. I put my arms out to God and said, God, please help me. Please help me find a way to get through this. Please help me find the strength to keep going. And everything happens for a reason. Thank God that me and my wife got married and that we were already together, and she came back to my life before any of this happened, because I'll be honest with you guys, in that moment, there was a point earlier this year where I had given up. I thought that I was gonna have to shut down my business. I thought that I was gonna call it a day, and I'm not gonna lie, that broke me. It broke me to my core because I felt bad for my employees. I felt like I failed my employees. I felt like I failed my dad. I felt like I failed my vendors, the people that I've built such a good relationship over the past couple of years, that they were gonna have outstanding balances with me and stuff like that. Like, just so many things that I had going on that you guys had no idea about. And through it all, I still continue to go to church. I still continue to pray. I still continue to carry on and just find a way to get out. And all I had was faith. All I had was my faith in God. And that's what's kept me going all these years with my music, with church, with work. My faith is so strong that I truly feel that is the only reason why I was able to make it out of this situation. And if it wasn't for my wife in that moment when I was gonna call it quits, I don't think I'd be filming these videos right now. I don't think that SoCal would still be operating. I don't think that I would have made it through this mess, because in that moment when I broke down in tears just because I was just so distraught, my wife gave me the strength and the hope to just keep going. She told me, don't quit. You're almost there. You're almost out of it. Just keep going. I don't think you should give up yet. I don't think you should stop. And if it wasn't for that conversation, I don't think I'd be where I am today. So that's why it's so important to have a strong circle around you, to have a circle of people that you can confide in and tell your struggles to, and just kind of help you through that and give you that encouragement. That's why I say all the time, sometimes the only thing that someone needs is just support. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone is support. But anyways, we're here, we're grinding, we ain't gonna stop, we're not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep showing up every single day, proving to you guys that I am a man of my word, that I am who I say I am. I am a faithful servant of Jesus Christ, and I put everything in my life. I give all the credit to God, all the credit to him, and for where I'm at in life. And like I said, it's only up from here. Once you hit the bottom, you can only go up. And at the end of the day, it could always be worse. I could have been homeless. I could have lost my cars. I could have lost all kinds of stuff. But thankfully, I had emergency funds. I had things in place to kind of help me keep going throughout this whole thing. But I never quit. So whatever you're going through, guys, choose to be stronger. Choose to have faith, and just refuse to give up. Never give up. It's never too late. That's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.